And we are live. What's good, y'all? It's your man Bill saying, how y'all feeling? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Really want no podcast. We're gonna have some fun tonight, man. We ain't gonna do nothing crazy, man. We're gonna have some I bumped into I bumped into the arm that holds this microphone and it made a lot of noise. Yeah, we're just gonna have a lot of fun tonight, y'all. We're gonna talk about some movies, how y'all feel all as well. Um, Glad y'all are here with me. Happy Thursday, all that good stuff. Anything I forgot, all that good stuff, man. Um, yeah, just one more day to Friday, guys. One more day to Friday. I hope you guys are doing well. Ready for the weekend. Let me turn on some of these lights. My bad, I wasn't ready. Normally, I'm sitting here ready to go 5 minutes before the show starts. I was sitting here talking to my brother Jay Swans. He and his wife, doing some things. I was talking to my guy, lost track of time. I'm like, oh, I gotta do the show. Um, but yeah, man, I see that Lady Naveau has already been through here. What's good, sis? Hey, DL, another appointment today. I got you, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And we got brother Dinosaurs in the house. Was good. I'll get 3 in early. Just love all kinds of movies. Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. Um, so let's see. He has favorite movie as a kid, E.T. Man, I never really could get into E.T., bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I couldn't. I just couldn't. Um, Favorite movie as a kid for me, Star Wars, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, Star Wars. I couldn't get into E.T. though. Let me see. Crazy film, Mars Attacks. Tim Burton. Watched this with an ex, and it was hilarious for laughs and totally not what I expected. Huge A-list cast. Yeah, that movie was crazy. Uh, Definitely a parody movie. I don't know. I think the craziest film for me would be Airplane. That movie right there was just either when actually I take that back. Craziest film for me in that vein, just every time I watch it, I laugh. I can't get enough of it. Is The Holy Grail, Monty Python's The Holy Grail, bro. That scene, bring out your dead scene, and the lady's just beating the cat against the wall. The guy's not dead. Can you take him? I can't take him like that. He's still breathing. The guy's like, no, he's dead. And the old man starts talking. I'm not dead. He's like, look, he just said he's not dead. Such a funny movie, bro. That was yeah. Monty Python's The Holy Grail, man. That's mine. Let's see. Blow your mind. Tenet, Christopher Nolan. I haven't watched Tenet yet, bro. I haven't. I ain't gonna lie to you. I watched the trailers and then I actually watched some reviews on it. It's like, man, I don't know, but the premise is fascinating. I'm gonna watch it. I'll probably watch it. Maybe I'll watch it this weekend. But Tenet, you can watch a film, explain video, and you're still left in wonder and just blown away by the detail and his vision. I'm gonna check that out, man. I'll probably watch it this weekend. Um, and brother DL, you promise you will watch the 1950s sci-fi Forbidden Planet. Uh, you're talking top 10 sci-fi film of all time. I'll check it out, bro. I never heard of it until you mentioned it, man. Never heard of it. Brother Vikings in the house, supporting from the clouds as always. Overwatch, appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm definitely I'm gonna check that out, and I'll let you know when I do. I'll definitely let you know when I do. Wonderful 34s in the house. What's good, fam? How you feeling, bro? Always a pleasure. Glad you're here with us. Um, and this is an open mic show, guys. This is an open mic. We just freestyling. Gonna have a good time talking about movies. Nothing crazy. Um, I've already dropped the link. So anybody who wants to pop up, we're just gonna be talking craziness. I'm gonna try to pull up some I didn't check with YouTube to see what I can and can't show, but I think I could just show some trailers. I think that's allowed. We'll find out. If they shut the stream down, then we'll know I went too far, won't we? So um because I wanted to just kind of pull up what movies are coming out. Um just to see. In fact, you could probably even I can even pull up. I could probably pull up Critical Drinker because he does that. That's just what it is. Wonderful 34 is saying, yeah, 10 is an awesome movie. Check it out. I'm definitely gonna check it out, bro. Definitely gonna check it out. Um, but man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think the first film that just had me laughing, even though I was a young kid, I didn't quite get all the jokes. And then as I got older, the movie just timeless and was just, it just defined my style of humor and comedy. Airplane. Loved Airplane. Um, that movie is just amazing. Didn't like the sequel. I'm not a big sequel person. I don't generally like sequels, but Airplane was so funny, man. Like, it was just hilarious. There's no other way to put it. Like, yeah, I just love Airplane, man. Like all of the scenes in there, man. And like, they had Leave It to Beaver's mom in there. Barbara Billingsley was playing, and she was like the white lady who spoke jive. So you had the two black guys who spoke jive, and no one understood what they were saying. Oh man, that was so funny. That was so funny, man. Let me see if I can find that. Uh, y'all can tell this is I can tell that this is freestyle. I don't have anything set up, so I'm just kind of going through it right now. Um, yeah, bro. We got to show this scene. This scene is like a minute 27 seconds, man. I gotta show y'all this scene. Excuse me, stewardess. I speak jive. And that's another thing too. They call people stewardess back then. Now it's flight attendant. You better not call. You better not call uh a female flight attendant stewardess, man. You're gonna have a problem. So let me pull this up. And again, as a young kid, I remember this and just laughing. If when I first saw this, I was with all the grown-ups, my uncles and grown-ups, and I was laughing because they were laughing. We were kids, we didn't know any better. But as time went on and I got the jokes, I just thought it was great, man. But yo, check this out, y'all. This is the scene where I speak jive.
Shit, man. That hunky muff be messing my old lady. Got to be running coal upside down his head, you know?
Hey, home, I can dig it. No, he ain't gonna lay no more big rap up on you, man.
I say, hey, Sky. Subbers say I won't sing. Pretty J, I did the same old, same old.
Knock yourself a pro slick. The gray matter back, lot performers down, not take TCB in, man.
Hey, you know what they say? See a broad to get that booty yak 'em. Leg her down or smack 'em, yak 'em.
I have no idea what these brothers are talking about. That's why we were laughing so hard. Like, man, what are they talking about? They had to have subtitles. And if if you were to do something like this today and put it in a movie, man, you'll get all kind of challenged. To cancel you and this and that. Brother Nightish is in the house. What's good, fam? Shout out to you. Airplane is a classic. Yeah, but let's finish watching this.
Oh, got to be. You know? Shit.
And this is the scene I really wanted you guys to see right here, bro. This is the scene. Like, my man had to fish. And if you haven't seen Airplane, like, the emergency was revolving around food, and it was a million and one things going on in this movie. It was so crazy. And again, every time I watch this movie in its entirety, I discover something that I never discovered before, or get a joke that I didn't get before. Man, it's crazy. Uh, Brother Dino, planes, trains, and automobiles. Yeah, John Candy. In the bed together. Where are your hands? Yeah, yeah. Where are your hands? That's not a pillow. Yeah, that was funny. That was John Candy and who also starred in that one, man. Steve Martin. I think it was Steve Martin. Yes, but this scene right here in Airplanes, this is my favorite scene. Almost one of my top scenes ever in cinematic history.
Can I get you something?
It's your mofo butter laying me to the bone, jacking me up. Tight me.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Cuddy say can't hang.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive.
Oh, good.
He said that he's in great pain and he wants to know if you can help him.
All right, would you tell him to just relax and I'll be back as soon as I can with some medicine.
Just hang loose, blood. She gonna catch up on the rebound on the men's side.
What it is, Big Mama? My mama didn't raise no dummies. I duck a rap.
Cut me some slack, Jeff.
Say,
Just
cut it,
say,
say,
brother.
say,
I
we
just
say,
was
say,
a
say,
shot
say,
at
say,
the
Chump don't wanna help. Chump don't get the help.
say, can't hang, say 7 up.
Jive ass dude don't got no brains.
Jive ass dude ain't got no brains anyhow, bro. I'm sorry, man. That was a funny scene. That is a funny scene. There's a lot of behind the scenes interviews out there. In fact, they were talking to Barbara Billingsley about that scene and how it came about. And, you know, the writers came to her and the actors and everything. They wanted to make sure everybody was cool. And, you know, she had to learn that. And I think she did a little bit of improv in there too. Bro, that scene right there, funny. Like funny. That's all I got to say. Looks like Beautiful Animatic Speaks in the house. What's good, sis? What's good, sis? And we also got Last Good Man in Jersey up in his joint. You know what I mean? What's good, DL? Empire Strikes Back, Fellowship of the Ring, and Terminator 1. Terminator 1, I'm with you on that, bro. That's Last Good Man in Jersey. Terminator 1, I'm with you on that. Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, Luke, I'm your father. That reveal just blew everybody's mind. Fellowship of the Rings. Man, you know, Lord of the Rings stuff. Man, that was so long, bro. I was never really crazy about it. Brother Primal's in the house. What's good, fam? What is good? Yeah, so that's definitely one of my favorite. Like, but yeah, Lord of the Rings. I mean, of course, I watched them. I watched them all, but man, they were just long, bro. It was just kind of all over the place. But yeah, I mean, it just, you know, wasn't on my top 10 list. But you know, it was good stuff. When it comes to like just scenes, because I'm sitting here now just thinking of like scenes I will see like from movies that I just love, right? Let me find another one. It was a scene out here from a movie. I'm gonna pull this up, and I bet you guys would dig this. This is one of my favorite scenes of all times in all movies. I'm gonna pull this up and share this, and I want you guys to let me know how you feel about it. Beautifully Animated Speaks. Yeah, at DL saying I really want no podcast. You have to watch movies multiple times and you still have to watch it more. Yeah, man. Every time I watch it, I like it's just certain things that get me. Rocky, the OG 1976 film. Yeah, the first Rocky. Yeah, you gotta give it to that was a gritty film, bro. That was gritty. It was like to the point. Yeah. I'm with you on that. The rest of the Rockies, you know, it became what it became. But I don't think they ever quite captured the magic that they did from the first Rocky, man. But this right here, this one, when I saw this, man, I wanted to be a Viking. I was a grown up when I watched this. That's right. 13th Warrior says you're right about that. This is one of my favorite scenes. In this prayer, Antonio Banderas in this movie is Muslim, and they're setting up for this final battle scene, and I love his prayer, and then it rolls into the Vikings prayer.
Merciful Father, I have squandered my days with plans of many things. This was not among them. But at this moment, I beg only to live the next few minutes well.
That's a warrior right there, praying to God, like, yo, just let me live the next few. Let me get as many as I can. Just let me live the next few moments well. I'm gonna continue. See how hardcore it is right there, y'all. Like, we don't let these kids get taken. Could you imagine someone giving you that order? Don't let these kids get taken. Man, that's some hardcore. That's hardcore. Here we are living in America. People don't even You know what I mean? They get upset if they can't get a bath, a hot bath. Ooh, but let's get back to it.
For all ought to have thought, and have not thought. All we ought to have said, have not said. All we ought to have done, and have not done. I pray thee, God, for forgiveness.
You know, I'm not a praying type dude, but if I were to pray, it would sound like this. I keep stopping this, guys, because I'm worried about, YouTube, stopping the stream. So I want to get breaks in there, but let's continue. And if you haven't seen this movie, you must watch this movie. These Vikings, that's their leader. He was done before the fight even started, and he's out there. Hey, nah, don't help him. Warriors get excited when they watch stuff like this, y'all. And this is the big climax. This is like the big fight at the end thing. There's no spoilers here as far as, I'm not going to play this all the way out to the end, but I just want you guys to hear this prayer. They're about to do this Viking prayer. And if I had known this when I was a young paratrooper, I probably would have said this prayer every time I put on a parachute before I would jump. I would have said this, bro, because this thing right here, this is definitely what you want to say when you go into battle. Beautifully Animatic Speaks, facts. It's my favorite part too. Another favorite is when Antonio speaks Viking, even though he was never taught. I listened. Not many people can do that. Yes, when he was like, my mother was royal or something like that. My mother was a noble woman. Yes, that is also my favorite scene. This movie is great, by the way. If you guys haven't seen The 13th Warrior, please go check it out. You want to watch a really good movie and just see a good story, which Hollywood has gotten away from. Hollywood doesn't know how to tell good stories. Not the big time corporate Hollywood. You got to go find those independent filmmakers. They still know how to tell good stories. Beautifully Animated Speaks. Nope. The leader wasn't done until he was done, not before. Facts. Vikings, they went out like a Viking for real. Brother Primal. Another film I really enjoyed that doesn't get a ton of attention is The Last Samurai 2003. Last Samurai was good. It was just like the Asian version of Dances with Wolves, in my opinion. But let's listen to the Vikings prayer.
Lo, there do I see my father. Lo, there do I see my mother. Lo, there do I see the
line of my people back to the beginning.
No, they do call to me. They
Make me to take my place among them.
in
In the halls of Valhalla.
where
The brave.
they live forever.
Green light, go. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. I would have said that prayer, Mandre. I would have said that prayer every time we jump, bro. Right before the green light, bro. I would have said that prayer.
You know the crazy part, Saint? I never
Say
prayed
again?
on the plane. I never prayed on the plane. Not one time.
Me neither. I was too busy preparing for the jump, trying to get comfortable.
See, people don't understand that. People don't understand that. Saint, they don't get it. They don't get it. You didn't pray? No. Why? I didn't have time. And you see, we'd be on the plane, right? I remember at airborne school, there was this guy I was sitting next to. It's like our third jump. And he was like, you can see him sitting there breathing, just trying to control his breath. He's trying to control his breath. I said, hey, man, you all right? He said, yeah, I'm fine. You know, the white cat, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, you're not scared? I said, yeah. He said, you don't look scared. I said, don't mean I don't feel it. And people are like, and then, you know, when I talk about actual combat and things like that, people are like, you were scared? I'm like, yeah. And Trey was on the pedal with me too. And Trey backed me up. He said, everyone's scared. Everyone is scared. And that's the thing. Yeah. Was I scared to jump? Yeah. Every single time. I was scared every single time, because the thing is, every time I put that chute on, I'm like, you know what? This might be the last thing I ever do in life. This might be the last thing I ever do in life, is put a parachute on and jump out of a goddamn airplane. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
you,
I think
you said that prayer. I was like, you know what? That brought something to my mind. I've never actually prayed.
I never prayed. I would have said that. I would have said that if I was on the bird. But the thing is, that's just me, you know, because you're in line, you're just yanking on the static line, the anchor line cable's going crazy, planes moving. Because, hey, when you jump with the 82nd Airborne Division, it's not an easy ride for those pilots, man. We're in the back of the plane going crazy. And when that green light comes on, and then
you start shaking the static line, and everyone's stomping their feet. And then here's the crazy part. People don't understand. That plane is shaking. We're stomping it. So many people are stomping on the ground. The plane is shaking.
It's moving like this.
We're causing the plane to shake and go crazy. And then we're just trying to gas ourselves up.
Because everybody's scared.
Yeah. And it takes your mind off of what you're doing.
Yep. Because everybody's scared.
You're not trying to get excited, but it does take your mind off of what you're doing, and that there is benefits. Now, here's the thing: saying Halo jumps, you don't get that.
Never had any. Y'all on a smooth ride, bro. Never had any. I didn't do that.
Halo jump, Saint, you don't get that benefit. Your mind got to be sharp, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like it is what it is.
You got a lot going on, bro.
Right? That tailgate opens, and okay, time to go. It's big boy rules there. It's like, okay, this is what it is. So what? Hey, what if I die? So
what if
that's
I
the
die?
mentality. Yeah.
What if I die? I can only imagine what's like, man. You're up there in the flight levels, man. The last thing on my mind is what if I die? You have so much time to figure it out. Like, come on, bro. Like it's nah. Like you're more worried on the mission. You're more worried about you guys were jumping, and you had to land at a precision point. So like you're land nav while you falling from the sky. Like, come on, bro. How you do that? like that's crazy.
Right. I mean, you're trained to. And here's the thing: the training comes in live. The training is live action. Like, there's no simulator, none of that. People are like, you don't do simulations first. And like, how are we going to simulate that? Like, the government. The thing is, the government's not. You can with computers and all that, but the government doesn't invest that kind of money into it. They're like, no, just let them jump out and figure it. Just jump out the plane and figure that shit out.
Well, that's part of the training. Like that's how you win the wings. Like all right, you did it right, and you did it. If you did it wrong, that you're done. You washed out. If you did it right, you move on to the next stage. Cool, good for you. You know what I mean? So, yeah, bro. I would have. Yeah, if I had an opportunity to do that, yeah, I would have definitely done that. But in order to get Halo, you have to be a real high speed individual, which meant you're going Ranger or Green Beret. Either way, you know what I mean. It's a long, hard road to get to that point. So that's why I'm always like, salute to you, bro. You did it. But what's your favorite war movie, bro?
Patton. Don't ask me why.
Really?
I don't. Yeah, I know. I don't know why, but the old man, George S. Scott, I don't know what it is about his personality or the way he delivered his lines or whatever, but he would get me hyped. Just listening to him play Patton. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but my favorite war movie probably is Patton. I know you got a lot of them out there. You got Black Hawk Down. You got so many. Would you consider The Rock a war movie? You know, the one with Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery.
Like, you know, it's military. Nah, I wouldn't consider it a war movie because I'm thinking like war movie, like, you know, got to be a war. Like there was, you know, it's not like, you know, I would say Three Kings was a war movie because it was doing Desert Storm. But
now there's Platoon. You know what I'm saying? There's the one with like Charlie Sheen and all the other big name actors. Willem Dafoe was in it.
That was Platoon.
Yeah. There you go. I really like that one. Apocalypse Now was good at some points. Good overall movie, it was, but it had its points where it's like, but it does remind you of actual war. If people are wondering about that, war can be described like this: vast stretches of boredom with moments of sheer terror.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Sitting around doing nothing most of the time.
Right.
You're absolutely doing nothing. Then all of a sudden, bam,
all
something
of a
happens.
sudden,
Boom.
right?
Yeah, boom, zip, pop. What the?
It-
Get down. You know what I mean? It's all kind of stuff. People falling down.
You ever been in a situation where you're sitting there, you're like playing PlayStation or something, and all of a sudden you hear pop, 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 pop. It's raining bullets, literally. Like it sounds like a thunderstorm coming down on a building, but those are bullets that are coming down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, what? Really? Yeah. Oh, okay, then I guess we gotta grab a gear and get out. And people look at us say and wonder like, what the hell's wrong with those guys? It's because of our casual approach to it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's so many of them though. Back to the subject, Hamburger Hill.
Hamburger Hill. Yep, that's a good one. Saving Private Ryan. My favorite war movie, man, is Clint Eastwood star-studded movie. It is Kelly's Heroes.
Okay.
Kelly's Heroes, my favorite. Donald Sutherland played the perfect role in that movie. His character was 8-Ball. You got it. This guy, I mean, he just made this movie. You had Carol O'Connor in this movie. You had Don Rickles in this movie. A very young Clint Eastwood, Donald Sutherland. I mean, when you look at the cast, it's everyone that was making movies from 1950s to like 1970s. You know what I mean? Like everyone was in that. Brother Dino was saying Lord of the Rings. He was saying that I got to watch all the battle scenes. Dude, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I watched all of the Lord of the Rings. I think it was in the second one when they had the Riders of Lohan or whoever it was. That was my favorite scene. But he was saying, you got to watch all 3 Lord of the Rings movies. The battles will blow you away. A warrior has to tell a second kid he has a good sword. I
saw all the Lord of the Rings too. I gotta tell you, I think it's overhyped. Don't who said that? Dinosaur? Yeah, don't take my head off, man. But Lord of the Rings, I think is kind of overhyped. Here's why: the 2 Towers. That was the most boring one, and then like some of the heroic moments, they kind of over sensationalized it. I was like, okay, you're doing too much in some of these areas. Someone said blasphemy. Last good man in Jersey. Last good man in Jersey said,
yeah, he said I can hear them now. They saying that they're saying that daggone Viking prayer.
Right. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy them. I definitely enjoyed those movies. But if you read the books, there's stuff that they could have done better, in my opinion. You know, that's just me. They could have handled it better. Good films. I watched them all a couple of times. Okay. But let's see, war movies. What about the good, the bad, and the ugly? I had a tradition, Saint.
That's cowboy, man. That's not.
I know. But the Civil War was going on in that movie. So here's the thing. All
right. But I can't. Okay, you got me.
Here's a tradition I had. Real talk. If I came home before I deployed, I would sit down and watch that movie before I went back to Bragg and shipped out. No matter what, I would sit down and watch that movie. My dad, like the second time I did it, my dad sat down and watched it with me. He said, "Didn't you do this last time before you?" I said, "Yeah." But it was a habit for some reason. Before I ship out, I would watch that film for some. I don't know why. I really like the movie number 1, but it became kind of a tradition, man.
I liked all of the man with no name series.
No name?
Those Italian films. It was Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, A Fistful of Dollars, A Few Dollars More, Hang 'em High. All of them were great, but there was nothing better than The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, especially at the end. We're gonna try to watch that scene. That'll be the last scene we try to watch. Here's a couple scenes I want to watch from Kelly's Heroes. My favorite war movie. This was around World War II. And here's the thing, guys. When I say these things, like when I'm like, this is my favorite movie and that's my favorite movie, listen, it changes daily. All right. Me with movies is like a woman in her emotions, bro. It changes from minute to minute. I'm like, this is my favorite movie. The only thing that hangs in there that I stick to is Snatch. That's always gonna be on my top 5.
Listen,
If I'm naming
Snatch,
my top
yeah.
5 movies, Snatch is gonna be up there.
I ain't gonna lie, that's I don't know how many times I've watched that film, Saint. But when I saw you with that, I remember the first time I saw you on YouTube and I saw that poster of it back there. I was like, oh, a man of good taste. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Everybody says that.
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, Snatch is definitely an all-time classic. It came out with 2000, 2001, 2000, something like that. But yeah, that's a fantastic film.
Great movie. And that was an independent film, y'all, believe it or not. They had to get Brad Pitt to sign off on it, and that was a really good movie. Like Guy Ritchie came up on that. But I want to show you guys this. It's 2 scenes I want to show you. So this is from Kelly's Heroes. This is Oddball, the tank commander, right? And in this movie, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Kelly's Heroes, but basically Kelly's Heroes is a bank heist during a war. You got this company who doesn't have a commander. This commander is just like incompetent. They follow a guy who's a private, but the backstory is the army ordered him to take a hill. The hill was a friendly hill. He took it. And they busted him down to private. They made him the fall guy, even though he was following orders. So he's got these guys. Telly Savalas is like his first sergeant or whatever, top guy. And they decide they come across this German who has a bunch of gold bars. He has like a suitcase full of gold bars. And this is towards the end of the war. And they decide, because the German, they question the German. The German's like, yeah, man, it's a bank full of these bars. I don't know, it's like $100 million, which was a lot of money back then when they made the movie, in gold bars or whatever. So they put together their own little army, and they decide they're going to go and take this gold. That's what they're going to do. They're like, the government owes us. We don't put our lives on the line, and everyone done died. We're going to go. So all the guys decide to do it. So they managed to get a guy who had involved, and Donald Sutherland plays that guy, and his name is Oddball. So the scene we're about to watch is Oddball is they need this bridge. They're like, this bridge is up, and this bridge, the Germans build the bridge every night, and the Americans blow the bridge up every day. So they're like, if we're gonna get there, and Oddball's like, think positive. So check out this scene, guys, and let me know what y'all think. Let me all right, here we go. Oops. Wrong button. I need a producer, y'all. Here we go.
It's still up. No, it ain't.
Donald
See
Sutherland.
what's sending out them negative waves, did Moriarty? Hey, that ain't my fault, on Boom. I've done nothing but have good thoughts about that damn bridge ever since we left. What happens now? It looks like we're gonna find ourselves another bridge.
So that was Donald Sutherland, man, a very young Donald Sutherland. There's your guy Patton right there. So there's another scene I want to show you guys. So the bridge blew up. Y'all see that right there, right? They lost the bridge. Oddball's character was always on positive vibes and this and that. Positive vibes, man. Because this movie came out in the 60s. So they're talking about, you had that whole hippie movement going on. So they kind of blended that into the movie. It's another reason why I like the movie so much. So this is what Oddball did to get a bridge. You guys got to check this out. This again, I don't know. This is one of my favorite movies, y'all. You just got to check this stuff out. Pay attention to Donald Sutherland, one of the greatest actors ever, bro. He could play anything. Let's pull this up. Oddball needs a bridge. Here we go.
(42nd Engineers, Bridging Unit, Kokorova speaking. Hey, Sarge! Sideball!
Harry, what's going on?
This guy's famous too. I just forget his name, but he was in every movie back then.
Yeah! Whoop, 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 whoop. Don't try to be funny, Oddball. What do you want? I'm telephoning you from a cafe about 10 miles south of Masurier, and I wondered if you could do me a favor.
Masurier? Say, I got a map around here someplace because we haven't even captured that place already.
Yes, so I heard. Everybody seems very friendly. Look, baby, I'm kind of hung up. I need about 60 feet of bridge.
How the hell am I supposed to get 60 feet of bridge 10 miles behind the German lines?
Hey, man, I'm about to put you onto something very good, and you are giving me your problems. This sector is so screwed up, nobody knows where the German lines are, where our lines are. I got...
Hey, Mandrell, real talk. How confusing is wars? People watch this like, this could never happen.
You out of your mind. That's every day. That's every day. I have not been on one mission. Listen, I have not been on one mission that went exactly the way it was supposed. Something was off. Saint, something, no matter how small or big, something was off every single time.
Every single time.
Every
so it's
single
like
time, man.
People, because I watched this movie with folks, they're like, come on, man, there's no way that you could be behind lines and the enemy, they'll know you. They're like, bro, no one knows where the lines are. You could be 15 minutes, like you're standing on our side of the lines, and then 20 minutes later, you're on their side of the lines because things are just moving. Things are going crazy. You don't know who's off your flanks. So here's this guy in a cafe behind enemy lines with his tanks. It's like, yeah, man, they're bridge. So let's continue. Let me pull this up one more time.
With no problem at all. Now I got a bank back. It was 16 million, and it's just waiting to be picked up. You in?
Hey, listen, kid, they haven't got you back in the nut ward again.
Hey, Bobby, for crying out loud, that is the lousiest, stinking, most awful, stupid joke, and you're always pulling that stinking, awful, stupid joke. You don't want in this thing. You don't get in this thing. I cut you out everything. I don't need you. 60 feet of bridge I can pick up almost anywhere. Schmuck.
All right. But with 3 tanks, it's easy. The 60-foot bridge is something else. I need support units, oddball. I need at least 100 guys. Where do I find 100 men just like that?
It's right there.
Yeah, right there. And guess what? All those dudes go from playing their bugles and playing their saxophones to carrying their Garants and their Thompsons.
Hey, that's how it is, man. Just grab some bodies. Just grab some bodies. But I'm in the band. So? No, you're a soldier.
You were in the band, son.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you were in the band, son.
You were in the band.
Where I'm gonna find 100 guys just like that, and that. So
you
listen,
turn
if you
around
guys,
and there they are, right there.
There they are. So you young folks out there, if you ever think about joining the military, some of you older folks, if you join the military, listen. If you're walking around the military and they don't know your name, don't turn around. If you hear "Hey you," do not turn around.
You just volunteered.
You just volunteered. Hey you, my name is not Hey you.
Right.
My name is Lewis. Says it right here on my shirt. If you don't know this name, I'm gonna keep going the way I'm going. That is crazy. I'm trying to catch up, with the chat. You know what I mean? Last good man, Jersey Blastman. We talked about that before, man. You picking on their Lord of the Rings. So what are your soldiers' thoughts on Saving Private Ryan? Saving Private Ryan, again, that's when you get missions, bro. Like you have to follow orders. If they come down and say, I need you to go, put together a team and go, over here and go find this person or go get this dog or go whatever, you got to go do it. Those are your orders.
Yeah, that's the long and short of it. What are my thoughts on Saving Private Ryan? It was a good film. I enjoyed it. But I mean, that's about what else you want me to say. Now, the whole thing with the where they captured the one German dude and they let him go because one guy had feelings. Oh, we can't do that. We can't do that. I'm like, listen, man. Listen, Saint. I understand treating the guy in a humane fashion, but he's still an enemy. And if we can't carry him and trust him to like if you say we're about to go somewhere, but we can't let him go, right? Because he knows where we're going or whatever, or where we are or whatever. If I can't trust that we can keep him secure on our way wherever we're going, you got to execute him. Like I didn't understand why they didn't just do that.
Well, here's the thing. And we're just talking hypothetically here, guys. We're talking
hypothetically
about
speaking.
Brother Mandrell would never violate the hey, what's that? The rules of war, and definitely wouldn't violate the UCMJ, but definitely we always uphold the Geneva Convention. That's what I was looking for, Brother Mandrell, and nor will we ever violate the Geneva Convention. We are good soldiers.
Right?
Before we get into it, the Real Bravado Network, $20 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, fam. Thank you so much. Finally get to check out one of your lives. Salute, brother. Salute to you. Salute to you, Don DeMarco, to you as well. But
what we don't understand is everyone follows the Geneva Convention to the letter, both us and the enemy.
The letter. Yes.
We all follow the Geneva Convention to the letter.
If I'm firing my 50 caliber machine gun, I am not shooting at a human being. I'm shooting at the equipment that human being is carrying, because that machine gun is made for equipment, not for humans. So I follow letter in law. But here's the thing, though. What was that movie about the SEAL team that got caught up based on a true story? I think Mark Wahlberg did this movie where they got discovered by some shepherds that were friendly to the Taliban or Taliban themselves, and they let them go. I don't know if you saw this. There's a Mark Wahlberg movie. Let me pull this movie up for you. Let me give you the title to the movie. I don't know if you've seen this or not. But
I don't think I've seen it. I know what you're talking about. It ain't Lone Survivor, is it?
Yes, Lone Survivor.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that one, but I'm aware of the story.
Right.
Yeah, I'm aware of the story, and are we going to get to American Sniper? Are we going to get into that?
American Sniper. I watched American Sniper. I wasn't crazy about American Sniper. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's because the story wasn't true exactly. So
I wasn't crazy. I wasn't crazy about American Sniper.
I wasn't either. But then especially when I actually found out about the real guy, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. When I found out what the real story was, I was like, that makes sense. Now that makes sense. That the real story makes sense. The movie, I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, no, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's parts of that movie, I'm like, no, that's not how that works. Nope.
Right. And then, so I don't, Dinosaur Tropic Thunder. That was a silly movie, bro.
That was hilarious too, by the way.
That was so funny. Happy Jack, bro. There was an air traffic controller when he was in training. They called him Happy Jack, man. It was like, you can't go full retard. And he'd be training, he'll just do something stupid like you can't go. And that's from that movie Tropic Thunder, by the way. Yeah, I don't happy. Yeah, beautiful animated. She's laughing. Last Good Man in Jersey. How could I forget 28 Days Later and Sin City? I thought Sin City was pretty good.
So did I. In fact, I actually really like that film.
That was a good story. I mean, the way that they shot it and all that was it was what it was. 300. You know what I mean? Like, this is Sparta, bro. Like, that story. And that movie was cutting edge the way they shot it. Scam Likely's in the house, man. What's good, fam? Oh, wrong button. Scam Likely's in the house. Shooter. Again, one of my favorite scenes in a movie was in Shooter. I played it on this platform before when old boy was like, the world ain't what it seems, huh, Gunny? You remember that? Just when you think you got it figured out.
And one that y'all should check out and go back and watch again. I think it's on Netflix right now. It's Black Hawk Down. When you see, people don't know the difference between Rangers and Delta Force. There are Delta Force operatives with them, right? That's as close to what I was doing that I'll get into. But there was when you watch that film, everyone, there's a difference between the Rangers, who are hardcore. They are. And there are guys from Delta Force with them. And look at the difference between the way they behave. That's accurate. Remember, like, they were going to get Chow?
Yeah, and he was holding up his finger. This is my security. This is my safety.
How can you say this not on? This is my safety. You know what I'm saying? So, and then also they're going to get Chow, and like the Delta Force guys just jumped in line and just started getting food. You Delta Force guys are just a bunch of undisciplined, blah, 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 blah. And like, enjoy your meal, Sergeant. Jesus. Yeah, that's how we were. Like that's how we were with regular army. We're just like, dude, just chill.
I wanted to call BS on that scene because, especially scrolled out Rangers, as alpha as they are, they're not gonna say anything when Delta walks into the room. I'm sorry,
No.
bro. Like, I mean,
No.
we're not, we're hard charged at Airborne. We're not saying anything when Delta walks in the room because these dudes are literally ghosts. When they come walking in, it's like, bro, and they do come in the way they come in. So it's like, man, that scene right there, that was I think a little bit of Hollywood magic. No officer is gonna say anything. That the only time I've seen generals get nervous is when Delta guys show up. Delta and above. Like there are dudes over above Delta. Like there are units out there that really don't exist. So when these guys walk up, the generals get nervous. So that scene, I was like, oh, come on now. I mean, and here's the thing I would imagine with Delta, they believe in the rank structure. They're going to respect the rank. So I just don't see them talking that trash to someone, an officer. I could see him maybe saying that to some, NCO. But I think that was Hollywood magic, bro. You would know better than I do, man. You sat in the room with those boys.
Yeah, here's the thing. I still call them sir or ma'am to officers. You know what I'm saying? I still, like you said, I still acknowledge your rank. But as far as you telling me what to do, if it's against or if it's going to take away from what I got going on, I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? And there's nothing. What can you say to me? My mission is different from yours. My mission takes priority, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, well, come with me in my office. Nah, I got shit to do. I talk to him like that. I got shit to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
you're the fuck up. You're the one in the way. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I mean, that's just how it works. And again, it won't happen. No officer is going to do that. I don't care how screwed up that officer is. No officer is going to do that. They're jeopardizing their career. When you start to get into 18, the Green Berets, you start to get into Delta and above, they're messing up their career. So I think that was a little bit of Hollywood magic. D-Max in the building. What's good, fam? Hola, my brother. Como está to you, Holmes?
I agree with you, saying that was Hollywood magic. If you're in special ops, Green Berets, Delta Force, whatever else is out there, because there is other shit out there.
Yeah.
If you're regular Army, to include Rangers, what do you? Unless you see that soldier doing something really messed up, which you're not going to see. Because we just don't do that, to be honest. And I'm being honest, not being facetious. We really don't do stupid stuff like that. You know what I mean? You're not gonna say anything to us. For what? You know what I'm saying? Like Saint's right about this. Generals get nervous. They ask us questions. You know what I'm saying? So what do you want? They ask us, so what do you want my guys to do? They're asking us to give them and their guys orders and guidance. So like you said, that was Hollywood magic. Yeah, no one's good. Another one of those things that I kind of chuckle at. I'm like, no one's gonna.
Like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that was gonna, because it was for no reason as well. It was over chow.
Right,
you know what I mean? It was over food. Like, that doesn't happen.
And another thing to realize too, when those guys come in, it's like if you're regular Army or like the Rangers, and here's the thing about the Rangers, those guys were scrolled out, right? But there are elite Rangers too. They weren't elite Rangers. They were the guys, they're scrolled out Rangers, but they're beginning. They're like entry level. There are elite Ranger teams. They're on par with Green Beret, Delta. They get called up for various missions. Y'all saw that in that movie G.I. Jane, where the Rangers were coming out of Lebanon or Libya, wherever they were. The Rangers were carrying a satellite. The Rangers were coming out with it. The SEALs were sent in to support the Rangers. So those are scrolled out Rangers, right? So you got guys, who doing these at that level. These guys are not. They know they're top. They know they're the best. They're not gonna pump their chest. They don't have to. It's stupid, So and 9 times out of 10, those guys are looking out for the younger soldiers. I know, like a lot of times we'll be out somewhere and they're like, "Hey, how you guys doing on chow? How you guys doing on ammo? How you guys doing?" They'll make sure you get what you need because they know they can go get more. So that was Hollywood magic, bro.
Yeah, it definitely was Hollywood magic. It's just funny to see sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because they try to sensationalize it. It's kind of one of those things to cover up how things actually work. Mm-hmm. And just because you're some kind of JSOC unit, it doesn't mean you have carte blanche to do whatever you like.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the thing is, people in that sector of the Army, what people have to understand is there's certain things we're just not going to do. You don't have to worry about us going out there getting drunk and doing something stupid. You don't have to worry about us walking, like you said, beating our chest and walking around like we own the place. No, it's just if we're in a place, we're there for a reason. And everyone knows it. I'm here for a specific purpose. If I didn't have to be here, I would not be. So that's why no one bothers you. You know what I'm saying? You don't, if he didn't have to be here, he wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Like, so leave him alone, let him do what he does, and keep it pushing.
So here's a scene. We're talking about war movies. Here's a scene from a movie that I'm gonna ask Brother Mandrell to break down for us. And if guys out there watching, let me know if YouTube stops me. Y'all know what I mean. Let me know if they stop me. That's why I show a little bit. I try to break it up. And I'm careful where I'm pulling these videos from. But this is education, just letting you guys know how it works. So this is a scene from Black Hawk Down. And Brother Mandrell, while the scene is going, if you let us know what they are doing. So right there, guys, I guess Mandrell might not be able to see this. So right there, the Rangers are in trouble. They need some air support. They got the mini birds are out there. They have the Nighthawks. I think that's what they're called. It's like the most elite pilots in the United States military. These guys fly in anywhere, do anything. They are the best of the absolute best. They're their own special unit group. So these are the guys who flew those SEALs and Delta guys in to get Osama bin Laden. Yes, Delta was on that mission too, y'all. So this scene, they need to let the helicopter pilots know where the bad guys are. In order to do that, you need to send they need a strobe. And there's soldiers running across the street so he can mark the bad guys. And so that's what's going on. So he has to get shot at to run across the street, and he's going to have to get back, which he's going to get shot at again. But that's what he's doing. That's why he's running across the street. That's what it's like to be a sergeant. Who's going to do it? I'm never going to order a soldier to do something I ain't willing to do myself. So, shout out to this dude. So right here, you're going to see with the infrared, that thing's going to start lighting up, and the pilots are going to be like, okay, now we know who the bad guys are and we know who the good guys are, because they know there's fighting back and forth, but they don't know who's where. So once they get that, they're off and running. And I know Mandrell is probably running around the house getting too excited because shit, Mandrell might have been here that night. So anyway, anything you want to say about this particular mission?
Yeah, there are times we have to do that. And the strobe lights, the smartest part about any of this is that the strobe is infrared, and you can see infrared bright as day when you're using night vision and thermal vision, stuff like that. But to the naked eye, you can't see it. So they don't know what he just threw up there.
They thought it was a hand grenade. That's why they backed
up. Yeah, they thought it was a hand grenade probably. But yeah, the MH6 little birds, those are usually what we traveled in, and the thing is they don't have a lot of ammo because they're light. They're very light. But when they come in and they fire away, yeah, they tear some stuff up.
So we're about to watch what they do. And
yeah, so you have to mark the targets. Sometimes now, you have some where you have to lace the targets.
Yeah, you got to paint that target with the. I never got in those missions, bro. But I wouldn't have mind that mission. But I've always wanted to ask, like, when you paint a target like that, if someone's ready looking for you, can they follow that beam back to you?
Normally, no, because they can't see the laser. Again, you're using night vision or thermal vision.
But like I said, if they were ready, like, okay, if they suspected, people were out here doing this kind of thing, if they were ready, would it be a way to kind of capture that laser? But you're saying, more than likely, no.
Yeah, more than likely not. No. They're not they don't know you're using it.
Good point.
What I'm saying?
And they don't know you're there because you ain't supposed to be there. So there you go. There would be no reason to do that. All right, that makes sense. So they don't call it sneak and peek for nothing. So let's watch this scene. Mandrell, try not to get too excited.
All right.
I got your position. I got the target. We're inbound hot.
They got the sound of the minigun down. I heard that. That's man. Look, when you pin down somewhere and you need help, and you hear that, or you hear that M2 going off, that 50 cal going off, that boom, 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 man, you get so happy. And Mandrell probably could sleep today. He probably fell asleep listening to it, because that just makes him happy. Like, oh, I'm safe now, because they're firing off these big guns.
Exactly.
The only thing they got wrong here, and they did it for Hollywood Magic, just seeing where the guys are kind of shaking because, you know, they're getting hit with these rounds or whatever, and they're shaking. Nah, bro, you disintegrate. The type of ammo that they were using, you just disintegrate, bro. You turn into red mist. Am I lying on that?
No, it just, I mean, they just go straight to the ground. You're not standing after getting hit by that. The kinetic energy of it alone slams you to the ground. You're not standing. You're not on your feet a second after that. Nah. No, those rounds don't even have to hit you to mess you up.
Right. Just get close to you. It don't mess you up.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a good scene, and that's a good thing to bring up. Like, sometimes you do have to. That's old though, having to throw a strobe at them, and you do keep that in your kit, at least one of them, just in case. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know.
Bro, that was when I was in, bro. I missed that mission by 6 months. I went to I had orders to Korea. 6 months later, a couple guys from my unit got snatched up. Hey, they got snatched up, and they wound up going down there. And while they were there, again, they got snatched up. We needed some drivers, so they were on that, according to the way it was told to me. And I'm like, bro, if I'd been back in the unit, I definitely would have been one of those guys grabbed up for that mission. And Mandrill will tell you, if you're one of those soldiers who's known for getting the job done, they're gonna send you no matter what. That's, you know, we're sending 3rd platoon, but I'm in 1st platoon now. You're going with them because they want the best soldiers to go, especially when they know it's a real mission.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, we got Sister Leia Navoa. She's back with us. What's good, sis? So, all right, that's enough of the war stuff, bro. We over here talking about war. Sci-fi. Mandrill, what's one of your favorite sci-fi flicks, bro?
Oh man, there's so many of those. There's a lot of those, just like there's a lot of war movies I like. I don't know. As far as my favorite goes, let's see.
Like, what sci-fi? If it's what sci-fi movie that if it's playing, you gotta sit there and watch it?
All the Star Treks. Battlestar Galactica. I know that's a television series.
That's fine though, because I'm with Battlestar. That's one right now. If I'm somewhere and Battlestar Galactica is playing, that's Ronald D. Moore's Battlestar Galactica. If it's playing, I gotta stop and watch it. I gotta sit there and watch it, bro.
Yeah, there's that one. See, I go back with sci-fi. I go so back far with Captain Kirk, Star Trek, and Lost in Space and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I've been in sci-fi my whole life. Some recent ones that I would recommend some people is Altered Carbon, which is on Netflix. There's 2 seasons of that.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that. I kind of fell out of it a little bit.
Yeah, it's understandable because it's kind of it's a detective story more so than anything else, and those can be kind of slow burning.
Yep.
So it's understandable why when people say, "Yeah, I fell out of it," I understand. I get it.
What's the one where the people from Mars are like all militaristic, and then there are people who were living on some colonized planet where
I was about to bring that up. The Expanse.
Okay. Yes, The Expanse.
The Expanse is fantastic, man.
Yes, that's good sci-fi right there, y'all.
That is, man. I mean, because you have people living in the belt.
Yes.
The asteroid belt. Yeah, and you have people from Mars, people from Earth, people from the belt. And then you have people from the belt. This faction from the belt who broke off and wanted to start war with Mars and Earth. And it turned into this big 3-way battle, man. It was wild, and it was good. Really good. Because there's a lot going on in between all that stuff too, and because there's this thing called the proto molecule that came up. That's what they dealt with in season 1, and that stayed an issue through the entire series.
It's good storytelling. I mean, that's how it is in real life. When you tell a good story, you have to do that. You have that one theme that's going to have to roll all the way through to get to the end, and then you have all the other subplots that come along, as it goes. Beautiful Animated is saying Star Wars, Star Trek. Galaxy Quest, facts, says yes. For laughs, Galaxy Quest, another one of those that little saying, he had the little You Shall Be Avenged scene or whatever. That was a good one, bro. Galaxy Quest for laughs. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got it. Yeah, I gotta give you that, sis. Last Good Man in Jersey, Contact, Prometheus, Alien, Dune, the original. Aliens, yeah, bro. You know that was my favorite, man. I'll be can't get past this, bro.
Is it?
You can't get past this, bro.
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do?
That was my favorite whining Marine.
Shit now, man.
You finished?
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
That was my favorite whining Marine, but he went down hard though. He went down like a Marine, bro. He was like, get some. Yeah, you want some, get some. Oh man, that was great. And the character Vasquez, the short little fiery.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, now Dune, the movie sucked.
This new rendition is good. This new one is good.
Yeah, the new one is very, very good. It's much more accurate towards the books. You can actually understand what was going on because in the original they added stuff in there that wasn't in the books, and it was out of place. Like there's no need to add anything to that story. You just need to bring it's one of those stories that need to just be straight up brought from book to screen. You don't need to add anything to it at all. This new one, I agree with you, is good. I can't wait for the second and third one to come out if they make a third one. But I can't see them cramming all that story into just 2 movies, man. You got to make that a trilogy, at least.
I don't know. I mean, I like what I'm seeing so far with the movie. I like the casting. I like the way they're doing the set design and everything. I like the way they're telling the story. I'm really into it. I'm really fascinated with it. I hope that this next installment is just as good, if not better. It looks like it. The trailer looks really good. We might have to try to play the trailer here towards the end. So, I mean, it looks like it. And then Beautiful Anime is saying Alien versus Predator. That was good. That was good. That's the one. Wasn't that Sanaa Lathan in that one?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, the first one. But Alien versus Predator, it wasn't what it should have been. It was decent. It was something to watch while you deployed. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
and you know they finally came out with a sequel to The Last Starfighter. Did you know that?
The Last Starfighter? No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
When?
It should come out this summer. Yes, they did.
All this time later.
Yes, they did. It's either in production, almost done with production. Maybe it's in post. I want to say it's scheduled to come out this summer or next. I'll see if I can find it. Again, we're gonna show towards the end here. We're gonna show some previews because you know how YouTube be tripping. I don't want to get shut down, but yes, Last Starfighter. They've made a sequel.
Okay, good. I'm gonna watch that one.
And when they say that they're staying true to the source material, they're not. It's an extension of the story. It's not like a reboot or whatever. So they say. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Last Good Man in Jersey. Movies rarely translate books well. Excellent books as horrible movies. Ender. You know what? There's Ender's Game. The Ender's Game. I tried to watch that, bro. I never read the books, but the movie seemed a little off to me. Beautiful Anime Speaks. The new Dune is the 3rd redo, right? It's I don't know about that. The new Dune is a 3rd redo. I don't know about that. I thought this. I don't know about that
either. They had because they had the TV shows on Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, those. I don't know if those are remakes or not, but the first Dune movie, when you go back and watch it, after you read the books by Frank Miller, Frank Miller, I think his name is, but and then you watch the movie again, you're like, yeah, this didn't translate well. They did not do this justice. It's because they tried to cram so much into one movie. You can't do that with a story like Dune. You can't. But The Expanse, people, if you got Amazon Prime, watch The Expanse. Definitely, that's a must watch if you like sci-fi. I'm with DL Saint on that one.
Spence was good. Spence was real good. And then brother Penny Jules in the house. What's good, fam? How you feeling? Yeah, Heat. Robert De Niro and Al Pacino says, all right, so let's come off of sci-fi. Heat. That was a good one. Good action thriller. That firefight scene was one of the best firefight scenes I had seen on film in a long time. I mean, it was fairly accurate. I think the only shootout scene that I would say was better than that is the one they did with the movie they made with the Real SEALs, the Real SEAL team. What was the name of that movie? They actually had a SEAL team make the movie. Like they were the stars of the movie. God, what's the name of that movie, man? I have to find it now.
And they had to retire after that too.
Yeah, they were probably already like done with their rotation or something like that. I mean, but
yeah,
hey, the Department of Navy okayed it.
No, you can't go out like that, man. You can't. Why do you think you don't see berets on TV?
Well, that's the Army. The Navy is different.
Or Deltas, Delta operatives, man. No, you can't.
It's different. The SEALs, the Department of Navy okayed it. They did the movie.
Okay, fair enough.
They did the movie, and it was something honor. Something about honor. Something honor. Let me see if I can find it. I look up SEALs hot extract, and it normally comes up. Act of Valor. That's what it was called. Act of Valor. It is, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This scene was something else, man. And I was watching the behind the scenes footage. They actually used live ammo when they shot this scene. Again, they got the filmmakers in the water were like, bro, they're using real bullets. Like, well, that's how the SEALs train. Act of Valor. Yeah, and Penny said, yep, that's it, sir. That's it. I got it right here. And I want to show, man, but I hope I don't get, this might work. I hope I don't get in trouble. Let me know if they shut us down, guys. But these dudes were running from the bad guys, and being SEALs, they were running to the water because that's how SEALs get away. So we're gonna check this out, guys. I don't know if you ever seen it, but in this scene, they're using live ammunition. Even though this is a movie, they're using live ammunition, working with a real SEAL team. It's really good. One of my favorite scenes on film ever. So check this out, guys.
I got her. Oh, get the fuck down.
Remember, these guys are real SEALs. This is a real SEAL team. So there you go, people. That is what you call fire superiority. Nobody is going to stick their head up when you are firing rounds like that. I'm pretty sure Mandrell knows all about that sort of thing.
You better not.
You think you're going to get some holes in your head.
Right, and them trucks ain't going to be enough. You better,
right.
you better get back in the woods and get on the ground.
Yes, or stick behind that engine block.
No, those go through the engine block.
Ooh, that's see, I didn't know that. That's terrible. Well, yeah, because they're firing 7.62 and higher, and they're firing what's the minigun fire?
Miniguns, 0.58 caliber.
No kidding.
Yeah,
just a lot of them.
No, it's a different category. That's why it's that's why it says 0.58. It's a different category. That's a different round. You know what I'm saying?
Man, but that is one of my favorite scenes. And they were using, I remember I watched that movie in the theater, right? Was with a buddy of mine, a former Navy guy. I mean, he wasn't a SEAL or anything like that. He was an air traffic controller in the Navy. We're out with a couple women. We're watching the movie and we're leaving. And I'm like, bro, that extraction scene, man, that sounded real. Like, I'm like, man, whoever did the special effects on here did a really good job because, man, they got it down. I'm sitting there because I'm listening to this thing like, man, that sounds like the real thing. And then years later, I watched the behind the scenes and they're like, yeah, we were using live ammo on that. I'm like, oh, I was giving credit to the special effects guy. So he got it right.
Yeah, that's true. Now you got some miniguns. I'll tell you this: that fire 7.62s. You got me thinking about it now. You got some miniguns that fire 7.62s. It's just they fire so many so fast. That's why you got the 6 barrels to keep the barrel from overheating. Like there's no way to do that with one barrel. You know what I'm saying? It would just overheat in no time. And just melt. It would literally melt the barrel. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And I've seen that. I've seen weapons fire until they were white hot, which was dumb. Like, why y'all firing that thing? And then I've seen weapons cook off. So, it's like, this is why you don't go to white hot, man. What y'all doing? Barrel's gonna melt. That you just destroyed that weapon.
Right. As soon as you see the thing smoking, man, you need to ease off that trigger. Start firing bursts. Like, Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Start firing a burst. Well, yeah. Good, but you know, because the thing is, the way Mandrell will fight and the way we would fight were different. Because Mandrell and his team were all about themselves, so you really had to take care of everything. Because you just you. Me, I'm out there with a battalion. I'm out there. You know, we had a bunch of people. Rounds, this bullets, and weapons laying all over the place. You know what I mean? If something goes wrong, just pick up another one.
Yeah. We ain't have that luxury. You got what you got. You better take care of it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the 7.62s, people underestimate that. That round, the 7.62. That thing is dangerous, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's dangerous. People like, yeah, the 50 cal fires. Yeah, but you don't need all that. Let's be honest. You take down airplanes with that thing.
Right.
You know, you take down airplanes with that thing. You don't need
they got
all that.
The quad 50. I mean, they used that in World War II to knock airplanes out the sky, like you said, man, or blow, you know, shooting at other boats. The boats would shoot each other with quad. You know what I mean? That's a lot of machine. That's a lot of bullet right there, bro.
Right. And like I said, with people, when you deal with humans, it doesn't even have to hit you. It doesn't even have to hit you to mess you up.
Right. Just get close.
That's
Just get close, man. So, I mean, we got Mandrell on here. I wish we had some science folks on here so we could go deep into some sci-fi stuff. Next time we do this, I'm gonna have my buddies from Hollywood jump on. You know, some of my producer friends, director friends, actor friends, and I think the conversation will be more in depth. Because you know, man, Hollywood, man, they take movies seriously, man. Like the average person in Hollywood, man, they get down and talk about it. But let me ask you this, Mandrell, since you're such a big fan of Eastwood. And the spaghetti westerns, man, who was your favorite character out of all those movies?
Out of the spaghetti westerns? Oh, it's Eastwood.
Yeah. You like his character?
Yeah, like you said, the quiet dude, the quiet man, or whatever they called him. Yeah, because I saw those movies. For A Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, all those spaghetti westerns, man. And Clint Eastwood was my guy. He just sit there, quiet, not really say much. But you know, but he handled business. Then the one in A Fistful of Dollars, that's when we had that steel plate, and he found out that okay, bullets bounce off this thing.
Yep.
Now here's the crazy part: once you join the army, you feel like you find out about body armor. You learn about body armor, real body armor. Oh, it bounces off of it. It ricochets. There's danger there still, because what if it ricochets and hits you in the face? Because that can happen. You know. But the body armor we got today, man, it's top notch. These guys have really put their heads together and come up with some really cool stuff that you can buy as a civilian. There's body armor out there that's level 3 body armor that can stop everything except a 50. You're not stopping that. No.
Well, I'll tell you this. We're not going to talk about it because there's so many crazies out here. I don't want them going to get, because you imagine if that dude in Texas has some of that body armor, man, he'll still be out there popping off rounds. So we don't want people to know where to get that stuff. We don't want y'all to know. If you want to know where to get it, send Brother Mandrell a DM. because we ain't trying to help these crazy folks, man.
And depending on who you are, look, I just opened up a tab and pulled up a website to it right now. I can really tell you some companies that you can buy some really good armor, really good.
Tell me offline. I don't want to help any. It might be some. We don't know who's watching this. You know what I mean? We're open to the public.
Yeah,
It ain't
that's
like
true.
it's just us. A lot of these people don't know these things. Let them go buy that cheap stuff so they can be dealt with accordingly when they go out and do stupid stuff. So my favorite character slant actor in that series would be Lee Van Cleef. Whenever I thought Angel Eyes was a real tough character.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I just, and Lee Van Cleef, when he made his westerns, man, there was something about what he brought to the roles. I was just like, man, that's the dude right there with the hat and everything. The way I was like, yeah, if I was a cowboy, you know what I mean? I probably had that kind of hat, the cigar and everything. But yeah, man, we're gonna wrap it up. Like, we just want to do a quick little fun let's just talk about movie show. And I want to end it with your favorite scene, bro. And I wanted to end with this just in case YouTube got mad at me and wanted to, shut down the stream. So we're gonna end with this, but we should be okay. This is off of someone else's YouTube. And here it is right here, bro. Your scene.
There it is.
Your scene, guys. We're gonna end with this. Check this out, guys. Gotta love that guitar. Man, Joe, that'd be you having your gun just with a piece of string wrapped around your neck. Is that how you was walking around Africa?
I had it slung. I sure did. I sure did.
Let's get back to it. That would be Mandrill. The tension that he was able to create with this scene. You're not saying anything, bro.
Everybody knows what time it is, though.
Right. Horns came in just perfect, man. This is perfect movie making. This dude's Italian, right?
Which one, the director?
Yeah, the director.
I'm not sure. I know they shot it in Italy.
I think it's Italian.
Yeah, he's Italian. Yeah, he's Italian.
Man, that's perfect.
Sergio Leone. Yeah, and the Crow.
Leone. Hear the wind blowing. This is perfect movie making, by the way, people. This is how you're supposed to make a movie. See, that was me and these two other dudes the other day, man, over a parking space, man. We were sitting there like, oh, just everybody backed up into their corner. Like, hey, how bad do you want this parking space? Damn, I thought they was gonna draw again. I don't even. I've seen this a million times, and I can't remember when they pull the guns. Bro, that took forever.
Hey, but like you said, the tension there, man. You just like, what? Who's gonna shoot who? I figured they were gonna go for Angel Eyes though, because the two big threats were Angel Eyes and Blondie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Clint
but
Eastwood and Angel
Blondie-
Eyes. Those are the two big threats. Tuco's
Right.
Tuco was no slouch either. Now, don't get me wrong. Tuco
Tuco
was
was a
no
beast.
joke. Yes, Tuco was no joke. But
So look,
I thought-
Tuco was sitting there thinking like, man, Blondie probably still mad at me for trying to kill him in the desert.
you're right, right.
Angel
That's-
Eyes was sitting there like, yo, you know what I mean? You know, Tuco and Blondie got a problem, so let me take out Tuco and I can negotiate with Blondie.
Yeah, but I figured Tuco and Blondie went through too much together. Like they traveled all across Texas and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Together, and they found out about the money and stuff like that, and they blew up that bridge. You know what I'm saying? The whole night they've been through too much together. I figured they were both going to go after Angel Eyes, but like you said, Tuco knew he probably I probably got a problem with Blondie.
Yeah, I got a problem with Blondie.
This is
Right.
Yeah, he didn't know who really to go for. You know, there's no way for him to be sure. Angel Eyes, I mean, Angel Eyes was always cool with Blondie though. He never
Right.
really gave him. He had Tuco beat up and all kind of stuff, man.
Right. It was crazy. And Beautifully Animated says that the two dudes over here tripping while Clint Eastwood is chilling. Yeah, Angel Eyes, he knew he had the upper hand. He was sitting there like, I already know who I'm gonna shoot. I already know Tuco ain't got any bullets, so I know I'm quicker on the draw than Angel Eyes. So that was a great movie.
Yeah, it was.
That was a great movie. And then Brother Dino, how do you rate The Hateful Eight? I wasn't really crazy about The Hateful Eight, man. I'm not a big Tarantino guy. I respect Tarantino, but you know, it's like he goes a little bit too far. What was your take on The Hateful Eight, bro?
Not his best work. I agree with you. It wasn't his best work. Entertaining. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to watch it 18 times like I did Pulp Fiction. You know what I'm saying?
Pulp Fiction, man. Look, that was. I walked out of there, man. I had that added to my PTSD, man. When Zeb did his thing, I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, ooh, ooh. They said that only happens in jail. These dudes at the store. Oh
Ain't
man.
it? Right. Yeah, but Pulp Fiction definitely to me his best work. His movies are kind of hit or miss, but when he misses, it's a big miss. You know what I'm saying? Hateful Eight was just, I think it's his first okay movie to me, in my opinion. I mean, and the cast made it work though.
Right.
That script on its own, nah. You know what I mean? The script on its own, just for what it is, nah. But the cast made it work.
And great actors can do that.
Yeah, the cast really
Great
did their
actors
thing
can-
with that.
Yeah. So, and I'm gonna show one more scene from you talking about Tarantino. I'm a Tarantino guy, but my favorite is Kill Bill. I'm gonna show you guys this from Kill Bill. This is my favorite scene from Kill Bill. You know that scene when they were fighting? She had to fight the killer 88s or whatever it was.
Yeah, the crazy 88s. Yeah.
Crazy 88s. Yeah, that restaurant is a real restaurant. It's in Tokyo, and I went there. The food was pretty good. It's a tourist trap now, but even the food is good. Let's think about it. If you ever go to Japan, even if you're in a touristy trap place, the food's gonna be good. So we sat there and we ate dinner right in that restaurant where they and the band, the Ya Ya Ya's or whatever, they still play there to this day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they still play there to this day, bro. They weren't there that night. They were on tour in Europe the night we were there, but I saw like, oh, they still play here. But this is my favorite scene in Kill Bill. Check this out, y'all.
28年前、もう二度と作らぬと神仏に誓ったことを私は破り、そしてやり終えた。人を殺す道具を再び作ってしまったが、その目的では私は成功した。私がこれを作ったのは、達観すればお前の目的に同情しているから。うぬぼれではなく、これは私の最高傑作。旅の途上で神が立ちはだかれば神を決めるであろう。
Did y'all peep what he just said? He said, this is my favorite, this is my finest work, this is the best sword I ever made. If you come across God on your travels, God will be cut. How sharp is that blade, bro?
Yeah. And an actual well-made katana is a piece of art, man. It is actually is a work of art, man. Those things are like this one doesn't have those grooves on it in it. People call them blood grooves. But it has nothing. Those grooves have nothing to do with blood. It's to take the weight off of it, because katanas are not as light as the ones you buy in the mall or online or online or anything. Like they are not light swords. They're not, you know. But they do have weight to them. That's why they take practice. They do have weight to them, and that's why the Japanese would practice with wooden swords just to get their technique down to the point where they can actually grab the sword and handle it. You know what I mean? It's not a joke. Those things are no joke, man. And it's just the construction of the blade and everything that makes them so good, so good, so they can cut through things.
Hey, bro, they used to hang cadavers like dead bodies, and they would test the swords to see how many bodies it could cut through, and they would tell you how many bodies it would cut through.
Yeah, like a 4-body blade, 5-body blade. Yeah, that's how you measure the quality of the blade. They do it to like people who are condemned to death. They just take prisoners while alive and just stack them on top of each other and let a guy go. And then they test the blade out and it just cut people in half with a katana. Wow. Hey, they were sentenced to be executed the first anyway. So, I mean, I guess they didn't see a problem with it.
Shout out to Bushido, I guess, man. Shout out to Bushido Code, man. Brother, Dr. B's in the house, bro. What's good, bro? Dr. B84 in the house, Kill Bill. Yes, sir. I actually have a real samurai sword myself. Yeah, I've never had a real one. They are very expensive, and like Brother Mandrill said, man, they are actually works of art and so sharp. If you get one that's like really sharp, like that movie, that Whitney Houston movie, what was that with Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston?
The Bodyguard.
The Bodyguard. You know, they had that scene where he dropped the silk scarf and it fell on top of the sword and it just cut. Yeah, they come sharp like that, bro.
Yeah, there are some that are that are really just that sharp. And here's the thing: you can chop whatever you want with it. It's hard to break that edge. That edge stays.
Stays, man.
Yeah, and it's the way the blade is. Again, it's the way it's constructed. It's the way the blade is constructed. I mean, that's what makes them so popular. You know,
that's why it's so expensive to this day. Beautiful animation. She's like, these guys aren't even joking anymore. Oh, honor, yeah, like because in the beginning of that scene, well, earlier when you introduced to these two guys, they were joking. That was a good scene, but yeah, when she said who she was looking for, all jokes aside, you know what I mean? And Dr. B was like, God will be cut. Sheesh, exactly, bro. Japanese don't play around. Forged in Fire, my favorite show, use pigs to test blades. Word? I didn't know that. I didn't see that. Oh yeah, that's the show where they make different blades and stuff like that. So yeah, like Kill Bill, man, that was definitely one of my favorites. You know, and as far as gangster movies go, period pieces, man, I love the way they get down in England, English film. I love English filmmakers. And like I said, Guy Ritchie, I'll sit down and watch any Guy Ritchie movie. I haven't seen one yet that I did not like. I thought Men from U.N.C.L.E. would be bad, but I finally watched that. It was really good. King Arthur, really good. He tells stories in a very unique way, man. I'm a big fan of Guy Ritchie.
Say again?
I was saying I'm a big fan of Guy Ritchie because he tells stories in such a unique way.
Yeah. Along with Snatch, another one of my favorites is Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Guy Ritchie did that one as well. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I have. I mean, of all the Guy Ritchie movies, I would say Lock, Stock is my least favorite. It's the one I watched the least. But all the rest of them, The Gentleman was more of his more recent ones, was really good. Snatch, Rock and Roller. Then both of the Sherlock Holmes, King Arthur, and what else did I forget? There's another one I'm missing, and then Lock, Stock. But bro, they're all fire, man. If it's on, I'm gonna definitely check it out. Dr. B is like one of his favorites is Ip Man. That's fun to watch. That's just good old fashioned kung fu flick right there. And speaking of kung fu flicks, we got the #1 kung fu fan on here right now. Bro, what's your favorite kung fu flick, man? Going back in the day, Super Ninja. You know what I mean? What was it?
And listen, Super Ninja is one of my favorites, man. But bro, look, he got Master with Cracked Fingers. You know what I'm saying? Five Deadly Venoms is good. It's an all-time classic. Not one of my favorites though. I've seen too many. You know what I'm saying? Not one of my favorites. It's up there. It's in the top 25. I give it that. But top 10, Five Deadly Venoms don't even make it there, man.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro. You know how many kung fu movies there are out there? Come on, bro. But Chinese Super Ninja is in my top 5. That's the crazy part. All right. Another person who made some good kung fu movies is Jackie Chan from back in the day.
He made some great the drunken stuff.
Yeah, Drunken Master. One of my favorite has to be Snake and Crane Arts of Shaolin. Snake and Crane. A lot of people haven't seen that one.
All right, bro, I'm about to test you. I'm about to test you right now. I'm about to pull something up. You better be able to name it. If you can't name it, then you're losing your title as the Kung Fu Master.
Man, hold on. Is this
Kid with the golden arms.
Number 2 is Silver Spear. Number 3 is Iron Robe.
Iron Friend.
That's it. No, Iron
Yeah.
Robe.
Oh, it's a robe.
Number 4 is Brass Head.
Oh, they shut me down, bro.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they shut me down.
Yeah, I see stream unavailable.
Yeah, they shut me down, bro. It's cool.
Man, look, my favorite Chinese kung fu movie is Return to the 36th Chamber. It is Return to the 36th Chamber. I'll tell you that. I really like that one because as a kid I watched that one so many times. I used to sit there and try to, like, practice the moves and stuff. You know, because they'd be in a Shaolin temple practicing,
yeah,
training, and I used to try to do the moves, man.
Yeah, we did it all the time, man.
Yeah, and then when I became an adult, I actually started taking Wing Chun. I did that for 3 years.
I took Wing Chun. I took that. I took some old fashioned wushu too when I was a kid. But then when I got to LA, I took some Wing Chun, which I thought was pretty cool, just to get you in the way of thinking. Man, they got me on the kung fu joint. Of all the stuff I was showing, they got me on the kung fu joint.
Oh yeah, you can probably start it back up.
I'm
do that.
Normally you get they tell you to wait a minute and then you stop showing the stream, and then because they send you live copyright notice your stream was in. They send you a notice.
Okay.
So I'm like that, and the chat still works.
Okay,
like, that was fun. I'm like, see y'all tomorrow. Like, I'm out. See y'all tomorrow. Me and Shu should be. I'm gonna see if it'll come back. If they bring the stream back. Look, they mess with me in chat like you bad. Yeah. I'm a bad boy. But yeah, it's all good. I'm just gonna tell them I'll see y'all tomorrow. It's cool though, man. People are rocking with me, man.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I don't get in trouble.
I don't think so.
I think they're gonna bring me there. You know, I'm looking at the stream right now.
Yeah,
I'll see y'all tomorrow.
My favorite kung fu actor, as far as kung fu movies go, is Gordon Liu. Yeah, I've seen all of it because he's the guy who plays the monk all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. His real name is Gordon Lao Ga Fai.
I never would have known that, bro. Let me shut this down. I'm just ending the broadcast right now.